When modifying a SAS Enterprise Guide project created on SAS 9 to run on SAS Fire, you may need to convert individual nodes or the entire project. I'll demonstrate updating individual tasks in a project, using the Project Maintenance Wizard to update all tasks in a project, and leveraging the Migration Wizard to update all tasks in multiple projects, including raw data files. Use the application toolbar in SAS Enterprise Guide and select File and Open. Select My Computer, click Browse, and navigate to Data, Workshop, VS. Select Exceptions and click Open. This is a simple project with one process flow, 2 queries, and a SAS Studio bar chart task. Use the toolbar in the process flow and click Run. Use the application toolbar in SAS Enterprise Guide to select View and Submission Status. This pane enables you to view and manage the status of submitted programs, tasks, and stored processes. The Submission Status pane adds additional information, including the submission and completion times and the server each operational node is executed on. In this case, the SAS App Server, which is the SAS 9 server. To avoid confusion, let's disconnect from the SAS App Server, which will delete the Query 1 and Query 2 tables from the work library. Using the Servers pane, right-click the SAS App Server and select Disconnect. Right-click the Cars table node and select Properties. Click Change and select Servers. Double-click SAS Fire Compute, Libraries, and SAS Help, and select the Cars table. Click Open and click OK. Use the toolbar in the process flow and click Run. The Submission Status window shows that Query 1 and Query 2 were submitted on the SAS Fire Compute server, with both queries generating new data nodes that reference this server. However, the SAS Studio bar chart references the work.query2 table on the SAS App Server, which has not been created, leading to a task error. The reference for the SAS Studio bar chart task can be easily updated by right-clicking the task labelled bar chart and selecting Select Input Data and choosing work.query2. Right-click the redundant Query 2 table node, select Delete, and click Yes to confirm deletion. Use the toolbar in the process flow and click Run. Use the Submission Status window to confirm that all operational nodes were successful and were executed on the SAS Fire Compute server. An alternative and more efficient method is to use the Project Maintenance Wizard to update a variety of references, including reassigning servers and libraries. Use the application toolbar in SAS Enterprise Guide and select File and Close Project. You do not need to save the project. Use the Recent Items list in the Start Page tab to select exceptions.egp to reopen the project. Project maintenance will overwrite the existing project. If required, make a copy of the project prior to running the project maintenance to create a backup. Use the application toolbar and click Tools and Project Maintenance. Projects must be closed to proceed. Click Close and Continue. Select Libraries in the navigation pane and confirm that SAS Help is currently located on the SAS App Server. Select Servers in the navigation pane. You have the option to replace the execution server in the project. Select Replace in Project. Select the new SAS Fire Compute server and click OK. Libraries and data items have been mapped to objects with the same name on the new server. Select Libraries. SAS Help is now located on the SAS Fire Compute server. If your data items reside in libraries with different names, you can update the references by selecting Replace in Project and navigating to the appropriate library on the SAS Fire Compute server. You can also use Project Maintenance to verify that the data exists on the SAS Fire Compute server. Select Data Items and click Verify Data Exists for the sashelp.cars table. The verification status will change to Exists if the data is available on the server. If the data did not exist, you can change the location using Project Maintenance. Click OK and select Yes to save your changes. The updated project automatically opens. Select Run. Use the Submission Status window to confirm that all operational nodes are now submitted on the SAS Fire compute server. Use the Application toolbar in SAS Enterprise Guide and select File and Close Project. You do not need to save the project. The Project Maintenance tool updates a single project, while the SAS Enterprise Guide Migration Wizard offers similar functionality but for multiple projects. Also possible is the migration of older SAS Enterprise Guide files to later versions and changing the location of raw data files. The migration wizard.exe can be found in the installation directory of SAS Enterprise Guide. From the desktop, right-click the SAS Enterprise Guide shortcut icon, select Open File Location, and locate the migration wizard.exe file. If Open File Location is not available, select Properties first. Double-click the migration wizard.exe to run the wizard. The first step of 6 provides essential information about the migration wizard, including necessary prerequisite actions to prevent potential metadata issues. I have already moved all relevant resources to the new location and closed all Microsoft Office applications and SAS Enterprise Guide. Click Next to proceed. The wizard automatically detects the current active SAS connection. If the connection is correct, click Next to continue. Step 3 of 6 enables you to select the SAS Enterprise Guide projects to be migrated. Expand Local Computer, D Drive, Workshop, and VS to locate the project files. Select the checkboxes for the following projects: Car door reporting, embedded code, and simple door data. Click the arrow button between the two panels to confirm the selection of the files. Click Next to proceed. Step 4 of 6 provides details on parsing the selected files, which begins when you click Next. This step may take a while depending on the complexity of the files, but don't worry, no changes are made until the migration is finalized. Click Next to start parsing. Click Done to return to the migration wizard. Step 5 of 6 focuses on remapping object references. The wizard displays a table of object references and their current locations. Expand the window or adjust column widths for better visibility. Use the Show menu drop-down to filter references that require updates. More complex projects could contain many more references. Let's start with mapping the SAS App Server to the SAS Fire compute server. Select the SAS App Server object and in the New Mapping column, click Select SAS Execution Server. Click Browse, Expand Servers, and select the SAS Fire compute server. Upon initial connection, you will be prompted to provide an authorization code based on your user credentials. In the Browser tab, confirm the credentials have been entered and click Sign In. If the SAS Fire environment is configured for single sign-on, no credential prompts will appear. Admin access is not required, so click Authorize Access to generate an authorization code. Copy the authorization code and return to the migration wizard and paste the code into the Authenticate with SAS Fire pop-up window. Click OK. Click OK again. Confirm that the Apply the changes to all object references that contains this value checkbox is selected. Click OK to return to the migration wizard. All instances of SAS App are now mapped to the SAS Fire compute server, but the changes will not be applied until all the steps in the wizard are completed. Select the sourcecar.csv object and in the New Mapping column, click Select External File. Select Servers, SAS Fire Compute, and if necessary, authenticate with SAS Fire as per the previous instructions. Select Files, Workshop, VS Data, and select soldcars.csv. Click Open. Click Next to continue. In the final step of the wizard, reference mappings can be saved to a migration record file. This file can then be used to apply the same mappings to future project migrations, saving you time and minimizing the risk of manual errors. If you do not specify the file location, a file is not generated. A log file is automatically created and should be checked carefully as it contains a list of all the files that were processed, as well as any errors that occurred during migration. Leave the checkbox clear for the Do Not Create Automatic Backups of Original Files so that the original files are backed up to a folder called Migration Backup before being overwritten. Select the checkbox to perform resource verification to check for the existence of all resources that have been changed, to confirm the existence of the updated resources, log their status, and apply the changes accordingly. Click Finish. Once the migration process is complete, click View Log File and check everything behaved as expected. All the files migrated successfully. If the wizard failed to update any of the projects, identify the cause, then use the backup projects to run the migration wizard again. Projects should always be executed and verified to ensure the migration is complete. For example, as the migration wizard cannot view embedded code, additional adjustments may be required. Open SAS Enterprise Guide. Use the application toolbar and select File and Open. Select My Computer, click Browse, and navigate to the D drive, Workshop, VS. Select Embedded Code and click Open. Use the toolbar in the process flow and click Run. Use the Submission Status pane to verify that the tasks are now executed on the SAS VIA server. We have seen that there are multiple methods of updating existing SAS Enterprise Guide projects to execute on the SAS VIA server, depending on your requirements. For individual projects, tasks can be updated individually or by using the Project Maintenance tool. For multiple projects or those containing raw data files, the Migration Wizard is recommended. Thanks for joining us.